Yeah, my wonderful people of Biafra, all over the world, I bring greetings to you anywhere you are, watching Biafran or non-Biafran. I greet you in the name of Chuku Okikabiama. Thank you for being part of this wonderful program this day, this afternoon, this morning, this evening. Right straight head on. I want to talk about some things. I want us to discuss some things. And before we go on, we are going to be discussing about Nigeria going to EU to get power to extradite Simon. Why are they doing that now? Yeah, have you asked yourself why have they not done this before? Why did they not do this in the case of Mazenam Dekano? And if you have been listening, you would have known but that before now. We have seen series of all these people, government, Nigerian government officials saying, why don't you get him the same way you carry Nandekano, the same way you kidnap Nandekano? Just go and kidnap him the same way. Just go and do him the same thing. Why now at the coin? After series of assassination attempt, after series of kidnapping attempt, after series of all they have tried and failed, they are now telling you that they want to go to EU. Well, I am happy that they are now going to EU. This is hallelujah to me. Every Biafran should start singing and dancing and celebrating now. Honestly, I tell you the truth, this is time for celebration because if you have not been celebrating, if you don't know, you know go know. Because if you remember a long time ago, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa with the government sued took not sued, they made a report, official report to EU. And the EU said that this is outside their jurisdiction, they cannot do anything about it. But meanwhile, they said anyway, they appreciated the Simon Ekpa made attempt in bringing the issue to their table. So now, you see why it's good to be smart. So now, okay, now before we go there, I don't know how many of you remember the woman in question. I don't think I want to show a picture, or if I have a picture here. The woman in question about what do you call her name? The woman, I've forgotten her name. Ehizele is the woman's name. Her true name is Ehizele. That woman's true name is Ehizele. She
What can
she
I do to become pregnant this year?
what can I do to become pregnant? Which pregnant? The woman's real name is Ehizele. I'm coming, I will show you because me, if I did do anything, I dey like proof. Make I prove them to you. The woman's name is Ehizele, and then I talk in the video I made, maybe I posted in Facebook or TikTok. I said that woman is not an Igbo. Because if you are an Igbo, we should have known you to be an Igbo. Besides, the woman now coming to fight and claim to do otapia. You remember when these criminals in the US said they are going to be poisoning people with otapia? We told them that they are not true Biafrans. They are not Biafrans. One. So when I tell you you are not an Igbo, does not mean you are anybody can be Igbo. You can claim to be anybody you want to be. After all, we heard them. All these people that are saying they are Igbo, they are Igbos. When you catch them, they say they are Igbos. They are mostly Fulanese, Bini, Yoruba in our land, carrying out all their dirty activities. When you go to Switzerland, you catch a Funane man, he tell you catch Okobiri man. Those of you that knows that have been in outside Nigeria, you know that when they catch these people, even a Yoruba person, Bini, if you catch him for crime, he go tell you say in Bibo. I'm just those of you that knows, I'm saying the truth. So now This woman, I'm trying to get a picture. Hold on. I just because I dey like if I dey talk, I go dey prove am to you so you go know say I no get time to lie against anybody. But that notwithstanding, I will show you some facts this morning. Right now, I want to show you something. Maybe we just talk about that woman's threat, and the threat we will talk about her. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. At least make I use this first 15, 30 minutes to talk about her. Now, I want to show you so you go understand. So this woman straight away, I made the mention, I made it that she is a paid agent, she's not an Igbo. Remember, these people know, if you watch the last statement of Obasanjo made, Obasanjo just said that they used Igbo and they will continue to use Igbo. In case you don't even know. In case you don't know. These people are using our heads to collide against each other. And if you buy into them using you, you don't expect me to recognize you as Igbo. No, I will not recognize you as Igbo. I will not see you as a Biafran. No. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. So the woman in question is this. I don't know how to do it so it will be more larger than this. Let me see. Okay, this is what she said. She said in the Twitter, she said she based in Canada. She said disturbing video threatening to buy or paralyze anybody that that is Yoruba, that he will or that paralyze every Yoruba. Then when you look here, you go see say her real name, because your real name is the one that comes out like this. Her real name is Ehizele. Ehizele, an Igbo name. Those of you that know what Ehizele means in Benin, you know I've made my verifications. I am sure Ehizele no be Igbo name. How person wey be Benin go come carry Igbo problem for head? But besides, that is not my business. I just want you to know something now. Now you remember this. Hold on, it will be better I bring them in here so that when I am talking, you will be understanding me very clearly. Yeah, it will be good if I bring all the pictures in here so that as I dey talk, you go there understand very, very well. Yeah, let me try as much as possible as bringing them in here. Hold on. I'm coming. Just give me just small chance. Just small chance I need. Small, small. I don't need plenty because I dey like bring evidence of whatever I do. Anything you see me doing, I dey like bring proof so that you no go say na makeup or na I dey lie or anything. No, I like proofs in anything I do. I like proofs. I dey like make I prove am so you go know, so you go understand. So you go know, so you go understand. I think with this one, so now we are good to go. At least we'll have something to start with. Okay, now, like I told you, the woman's name is Ehizele. If you go and find out, you will know. Now, make I ask you a question. You see, Nigeria Association of Diaspora, Nigerians in Diaspora Association have gathered to condemn and sign to go to Canada to fight this woman by either extradite her or do her anything. Now, I want to tell you something. National Assembly, Nigeria National Assembly, are sitting discussing how to deal with this woman. But remember, just remember, if you have seen this video, I don't know if you have seen this video, this news. Are the the leakage of Akiolu, Oba Akiolu, threatening to buy ndị Igbo. He threatened to buy ndị Igbo. Nobody come out to discuss this. Nobody come out to condemn it. Nobody come out to say anything. Nobody even come out to do anything about it. Nobody said about it. A dime, picking. No, none of that. None of that. Are you getting the message?
Much energy. Like,
are you getting the message? Nobody. Okay, as if that is not enough. Listen to this one. I owe no one apology for ethnic slur against Igbos. They are threat to Yoruba, Bayo, Onaluka. I am asking you now. Somebody say, Ingo finish you, drown you for water, this, that. Still come back and tell you, say, he no owe you apology. That means he is still standing on what he said. And he is carrying it out. Did anybody arrest this man? Have anybody arrested him? Have anybody crucified him? No. Why must we get fooled by these people? As if that is not enough. See this. Anyone that does not vote Ambode will be thrown into Lagoon. Oba of Lagos warned Igbos. What happened? Did anybody murder him? What about yesterday? Oh, this yesterday, we saw what is his name? Olumo, no? We saw Olumo. Olumo threatened that if Igbos come out to vote for Peter Obi, they go buy. Igbos come out to vote for anybody when no be Sanwo-Olu or Tinubu, they go buy. Did we see anything happen to him? What did we do? The only thing we see, hey, police invited him after many people have shouted. And then police say he said it's a joke. It's a joke with threatening people. This woman too is joking now. Na joke, the woman joke. And as if that is not enough, we saw Olumo carry out his threat. We see many Igbo died in the election. We see their properties destroyed in the election. Did anybody do anything to Olumo? No, nobody do anything. You see, make I tell on one thing. The thing be say, we don't understand the truth. The truth is that everybody in that zoological republic are waiting to get a hand, are waiting to see reason to fight against Igbo, a reason to fight against Biafra, a reason to pick at you. That is what they're waiting for. Because if they come use atomic, make I ask you, during ENSAS, did you see all the atrocities they committed in Biafra land? Even in Obigbo, more than 3,000 people more. Did you see anybody talk? They kept talking, emphasizing till today of the Lekki Toget massacre. How many times which one do I go with it and forget it? All of them. Every time things happen, if 1 million people are mort in Biafra land, they are not important. One person that is mort in Lagos, my problem is that these Benin people self that don't even know their stand, they are opening their mouth, fighting against people that has nothing against you. I want to ask you, Benin people, the real Beninese at the top to, and not be the Benin people. If they ask you, Benin now, wetin Igbo man do to you, wetin you go talk? You just feel threatened that the presence of Igbo man. Finish. Yoruba the same thing. Wetin be your problem against Igbo man? Wetin be the problem where you get, where you go talk, say Igbo man don't do you. You feel threatened. You feel insecure. You are greedy. You are envious of Igbo. You are angry because you cannot prosper as Igbo man does. You are angry because after you have tried to end the Igbo by taking away all their properties, tagging them abandoned property, giving them 20 pounds, even their money were taxed abandoned money in the bank. You dash them 20 pounds for them to go and perish, but they refuse to perish. They choose to live. You are angry that they have not chosen to die. You are angry that all your effort and plans did not work. You are angry that this Igbo, you have done everything to end them. They refused to end. Even in the 1967, 70s, you did everything, carried out everything, every strategy. Igbo refused to finish. Bible said to Abraham, but in the Bible, God said to Abraham, look up what you say, sister. Can you count it? He said no. The same way, if you look at Igbo, you can't count them. If you look at their resources, you can't count them. If you look at their wealth, you cannot count them. Igbos can abandon everything you have them built in Lagos. They will go and build another one. Those properties will become useless. Make I tell you, Yoruba, Igbos are living Lagos. I will know who is bringing the goods in your seaport. That goods you are bragging for. The money that is making you lose your head as if your papa plant money tree. Na Igbo man money be that. The Igbo man who they fly out of airport, fly in, pay tax, pay money, pay for hotel, do this one, do this one. Igbo man. The same biggest, the best hotel in Lagos that has the best view, that attract tourists from all over the world. Una gotta go destroy them because una they build road. The road una no even build again. Una don't stop them. Immediately they destroy that front view hotel. I think front view hotel or something like that. Immediately they destroy them. They say they are having problems. They don't want to continue again. The work burst. Make I tell you, if you don't know where you bath, naked enter market. Everywhere. You are waiting to pick on Igbo. Every time you dey wait, make Igbo man talk. Once Igbo man make any statement, that becomes the major problem you have. Once Igbo man talk, hey, don't talk, and I tell you stand. Make I tell you, una fell because Igbo has gone beyond there. Igbos have no time to look at you. Do you see anybody responding to them at their, you go for Igbo, if you don't come out for this protest, we'll buy you. But did you see anybody respond to them? Nobody responded. They are mad. Everywhere they want colo, they say, hey, wetin we go do to bring Igbo? They are not taking. Go and carry the woman, eat am without oil. If you carry the woman, finish am. No Igbo. If you cannot see us, we don't have your time. Biafra is the key. Biafra is the goal. That is why those that don't even know what the problem is will not understand why we want this freedom. We have denied everything. We have been denied everything. Most of us no one talk to us again. We have been rejected. We have been dejected. We have been sidelined from every friends have abandoned us. People like me from us have been abandoned. No friends, all friends, they have abandoned me. I'm now like an outcast. And I stand here, I sit here fighting. I know what I'm fighting for. How many lands in Yoruba land has Igbo invaded and took over? How many people in Lagos has Igbo invaded their home and they sent them to IDP camps? All over the world in general, where have you heard that Igbo man invaded the such community and sacked the people to IDP camps and took over their communities and rename it to Igbo names? Have you heard such a thing before? Is there anywhere such a thing has happened before? When we talk, you don't listen. This is a story of people in Plateau, Jos. How herdsmen seized and they renamed 102 communities in Plateau. Why is it not Igbo? Have you heard Igbo do this before? Have you heard? I want to ask you, Yoruba people. Your three kingmakers or kings, or four of them, I don't know how many of them that were pied. Is it Igbo that pied them? Ilorin that has been taken over from you cannot go and fight for your city, for your town. Ilorin town, beautiful town. You left it there for the people that has overtaken it from you. You are coming to fight Igbo. Is it Igbo that is in charge of Ilorin? No. Who is in charge of Ilorin? Fulani has taken over Ilorin from you. Why are you not going to retrieve your country, your land? Why don't you go and fight them? You are busy fighting people that has nothing to do with you. You are busy fighting people that are putting food on your table. I heard Tinubu the other time say the Igbo camp, the Lagos empty. The camp we give. You did not give Igbo man food, Tinubu. Go and sit down. You don't give Igbo man food. Igbo man come to your land, he might come empty-handed, but he come hustling. You give him nothing. Everything you see Igbo man possess, he possess with hard work. Through hard work. You didn't do him any favor. You were favoring yourself. When you gave your land out, he gave you money, he paid you. You gave him shop, he paid you. You give him food, he paid you. But when they come out and say, Igbo, you are accommodated. Come to my land, you'll be accommodated. Free house, even. Nobody will charge you. Free house. How many of you have a stone in Biafra land? None of you. Nobody is doing any Igbo man any favor. All of you, all over the world, you are not doing us any favor. All Biafrans have suffered enough. You have not favored us. You do business that a transaction that benefits you with somebody else. I come to you, you have a business, I have the money, I give you money, you give me your goods. You are not doing me a favor, I'm not doing you a favor. You might see that I'm patronizing you, but at the end, I'm trying to survive. I want to make ends meet. That's why I'm buying the market. And you to something, that's why you are selling. You are selling because you need the money. I am giving you the money because I need the goods. Biafrans give you money, they take, you give them land. You still come back and take the land. In some cases, our people buy land more than 10 times from these same Yoruba people. They will send people from the same family. They will send this one, go sell them. He go sell them. The other one go come, hey, na me be the right owner. He go pay. One land though, you will buy them more than 5 times. Yet we are not complaining. We are comfortable because God has blessed the Biafrans. Anywhere you see us, we are blessed. You can't take it away from us. It's in us, not on us. This thing we are talking about is inside us. I beg, like this video for me. Just like this video. Like this video. We go continue quickly. Simon Ekpa, Nigeria going to extradite him. Nigeria going to extradite him, like you see in the in the title, I was asking a question. Why are they now going to EU to extradite Simon Ekpa after they have tried series attempts, multiple attempts to make sure they kidnap him the same way they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu? They failed. They tried assassination attempt, they failed. They tried everything, they failed. Both those that said they are bringing 100 million healers, they failed. Both those that danced and said they have conquered, they failed. My question is this: why are you now coming to EU? Listen, oh, this same Simon Ekpa and the Biafra government sued you, Nigerian government, in Banjul Court, African Court. You don't want to answer. Nigeria refused to pay attention. They refused to respond. You know, let me tell you the truth. Nigeria never meant to go to court in EU. They were thinking that there would have been an easy way of getting Simon Ekpa. This is what they believe. They don't know that this will end up in court. And as this end up in court, we will see. We are coming there. We are going there. We will talk about it. We will read about it. We will sit down and laugh as the music begin to unfold. You know, say our own our own, their own their own. We will always tell them how the thing how. People without the rule of engagement. I saw some people blabbing and opening their dirty mouth this morning. I decided to just bring them to our notice. So we listen to them, and from there we go move on. So let's go.
Understand me? So taking ransom, kidnapping for money makes it that's an enterprise.
So you see they are raising funds.
Raising which funds?
Funds for personal use of.
They are making money for themselves. It's not armed robbers going to the bank that's and stealing it. So
you see this man that cannot even talk. This man that barely talk. He's saying that what Biafrans are doing is kidnapping. But this Mumu man here is the same man that will sit down and tell you how Funanis are carrying out their kidnapping attempt everywhere, because he has been called now to talk about Simon Ekpa. Everybody heard the coming of Biafra, and the shockiest part of it, the one that shockalized me most, is that these people, you see, this one now, when I say he is not an Igbo, the people will say you are denying your brother. You see why? When you are not behaving like a son, why would I identify you like a son? Is this one now an Igbo man? I'm asking a question. Is this one now an Igbo man? You want me to address him as Igbo man? Is that? I will not accept him as Igbo. Because Igbo no mean say your papa ni Igbo, your mama ni Igbo. No, that is not Igbo. He is now telling you that all the kidnapping and the Funanis that are kidnapping in Igbo land, that they are the same people that Simon Ekpa is telling you they are Biafran army, that they are the unknown government, they are the criminals, they are the kidnappers. But I want you to listen to this.
Most is that these people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they'll bring all those that have been put in disarray or driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa Forest. that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land, that there's no security in Igbo land, that they will come there and then they will deal with us. And that the dumb man was just flippant. Maybe he took something. He said, do you know Ibadan? Lagos Expressway? We are in all the bush there. We're everywhere there. We're also in the south. So we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish you people and take over this land. So they claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani. They said it. That is why we are afraid of, I've been talking about this open grazing and this Roga.
Yeah.
They have a plan. They have a plan. And I accuse the soldiers who are not non-Christians. Some of them are Fulani. They are part of it. Because they are shooting these men. When our people wanted to comb the bush, the soldiers said, if you move a step, we'll finish you. Don't go there. So they know where the boys are. They know the location. And what they do is in the daytime, they use their cow to confuse people. Then after some time, the cows will go to rest and they take their gun and do the operation of kidnapping. Government should act decisively. They should act decisively. Otherwise, what is happening in the northern part of the country will be a child's play to what will happen here. So government should sit up, because the primary purpose of government is to secure life and property. Yeah. Any government that has failed in that has failed woefully. And Nigeria is on a reverse gear. We are nosediving. We are nosediving. We don't have security. All the bush, we went around, no soldier, no police, nothing. The people, were having a field there. And where they released us was, if they kidnap people along Isukwato, they will parade them round, and there, when they pay ransom, they are released from that particular spot. Those they arrest, they kidnap along Enugu Expressway, Lockdow, they bring them. Eventually, they bring them there to collect ransom. Those they kidnap along anywhere in the south, around the southwest. So they know that they are there. And I guess that when I said to the Oga, how do you collect this money? He said, don't worry. Once we are through with you, we will invite motorcyclists. They will come and there will be a truck. A truck will come to put the money in the truck. And that the people who paid them said that was exactly what happened. Immediately they came out from the bush. They told them they were monitoring whether there is police or army. They said, go up. Okay, come back, come this way. And then eventually they stopped. A truck came without number. So the boys will carry one Ghana must go, put in the truck until they took the 100,000. After they have counted it, 100 million. They said, okay, you can.
You hear them? So why I dey like, if I dey do program, I go dey show you. If I show you this one, I show you this one, I show you this one, so you go to understand. So when you see when you see people in the name say, I be Igbo, my name is Ikechukwu Okechukwu, he come out to you are representing Igbo, you think you are an Igbo? You are not an Igbo. When you call yourself a Biafran, you should be doing the needful by now. I have said it. It's better you shut your mouth than to come and fight against the freedom of your own people. Continue to listen to the flav as the open mouth.
So these people are criminal elements. I cannot wait for that guy to get back to this country.
All right, what about in relation to Nnamdi Kanu, who's still being incarcerated, and all of this matter? And we also hear that some of the group have been calling that he should be released.
What Simon Ekpa is doing has no relationship with Nnamdi Kanu being in detention. Simon Ekpa is not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. Understand? If Simon Ekpa is fighting for Nnamdi Kanu, it should have been, we have kidnapped 100 Nigerians, release Nnamdi Kanu, and we will release these people.
Do you see a human being? Can you hear him? A human being. Are you listening to? Ask this man now. If him and his children would be a family would be kidnapped as a ransom to release Nnamdi Kanu, how would he feel? But I'm happy for one man that called him from UK and the talk. I want you to, I will not be in but the thing be said, the thing they do, the thing they annoying. It versalize me anyhow. So listen, I will try curtailing interjecting.
That is how it is done. You don't begin that to take money. This is criminal elements. That's not. This is their own.
The criminal element he is talking about is Biafrans. And they remember, the man asked him, what do you want to do or say about if you say Simon Ekpa is not doing the right thing? What about Nnamdi Kanu? He refused to talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Continue telling you they are criminals, they are kidnappers. Listen to him.
Yahoo. Understand? So they're not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. But since Nnamdi Kanu don't have cases to answer, Simon Ekpa will have cases to answer. Because when they murdered the 7 soldiers in Aba, he claimed responsibility. When they killed the 4 soldiers in Enugu State, 4 policemen, he claimed the responsibility. So he should be brought to court to answer for those things.
All right.
Do you see how some people they mumu the fool? This Efulefu here now, sitting here as a human being, as a learned lawyer or son or educator or a professor, I don't know the one he is, but I'm asking a question. He wants Simon Ekpa to be brought to book or to come and answer questions. And him himself is telling you here that Nnamdi Kanu has no question to answer. So why are you holding Nnamdi Kanu? Yeah, you went to Nnamdi Kanu's house, you murdered 27 men. They are not human beings. Those ones are designed to be murdered, Abi. They are designed to be leveled down. Nobody said anything about it. You are counting 7 soldiers plus 3 police, 10 in total. But we are telling you about 80 something, if not 100 people that were murdered in the search to buy or do anything in Nnamdi Kanu family. Are you getting the message? So when you see these things are in the name of human beings coming out to vomit in like this, they come out and vomit things that look like them. All these Biafrans that has been disappearing, you see women from localities coming out to tell you that their problem is that the police and the army are disappearing their children. You see even Nosokwa telling you that the police checkpoint at Naked police army checkpoint, the people are missing from that checkpoint. Nobody is saying anything. The checkpoint is there till now, and students are getting disappeared from that checkpoint till now that we are talking. And this man will sit here to deceive people, to tell people lies.
What about the Monday movement stay at home and the way that it's been followed? Because for now, you cannot travel to the East on Mondays. You can do business in the East on Mondays. Can you say that's been an effective way of disruption, or
no?
Taking a look at the way it's been followed,
okay, it shows the weakness on the part of the governors. it shows a weakness on the part of the state governors because a non-state actors are now detecting what happens in the southeast. It means that the non-state actors trust. It means that the people trust those non-state actors than the government. Because if governors say, come out and go about your business, and the one criminal say, don't come out, and they stayed, it means that they have more trust on the criminal than on the governor. So it is a sign of weakness on the part of those governors in the South.
Are you seeing it? He say you be Emmanuel Junior. If they ask you to speak, you will not speak. You will be writing your father and your mother from the comment section. You will be writing your head, your generational head from the comment section. It will cowards like you. Now, he is now telling you that the people of Biafra land have they pledge their loyalty to Simon Ekpa. Are you getting the message? This man here is telling you that people of the Biafra land, they pledge their loyalty to Simon Ekpa. They don't have any loyalty to governors or politicians or president. No, that if president or governor talk, they do not listen. But when Simon Ekpa talk, they listen. I am happy he acknowledges that. And he acknowledged that nobody has been forced to obey the Monday sit at home. He said it here. Are you getting the message? Now he go come the other side, the thing you say na criminals. How criminals go call for sit at home, everybody go sit at home. And this man here, Deminisi Kobi, is not talking about the people over 50 million Biafrans, if not 60 by now, that has voted for their freedom. Nobody is discussing this. They will only always come here to talk and they talk. Continue writing. Emmanuel Papagi Junior Isigi Nandegi. They will always come here and continue talking and the talking and the talking. Nonsense and rubbish. In another, they are not even discussing that if 50 million naira, if 50 million, if 50 million, I have to block this mumu here because he's distracting me. Yeah, he's just distracting me. He's a distractor. That is what he's come here to do. So if 60 million, let's just approximately 60 million Biafrans have voted that they want out, and you are still calling, I am happy that they are going to court. I am so happy that Nigeria finally is now going to EU court. And from there, you go see, from EU now, we are going to the world. You never see anything. Listen to him. Listen to this man. Listen.
All right, we have somebody calling to join the conversation. Please, can you
listen to the caller? Waiting the caller go tell him now. I want you to listen and hear waiting the caller go tell him. Listen.
Can you tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Prince. I'm calling from UK.
All right. I would like you to make it very brief. 1 minute. All right.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to start by saying I listened to the last caller, which is Dele Faniwo. I'm a Yoruba man, and me looking at his name, I know he's a Yoruba man too. We should call a spade a spade. You tell them to leave. You don't want to see them. I mean, the Igbos. They said they want to leave. You don't want them to go. So what do you expect them to do? So I wish that Dele can go to Finland and speak to him and said, you are creating problems in Nigeria, and say whether they will not batter the Z. And looking at the man right in front of you, an Igbo man that cannot even call a spade by saying you have been marginalized for so long that this is a time for you to stand and create your own, country. Imagine sometimes it's very painful. I'm not going to say because I'm a Yoruba man I should support bad thing. No, these things are bad. They've been marginalized for so long. If they want to go, the government should allow them to go.
All right.
I'm so disappointed in the man sitting right in front of you saying
All right.
different things that sometimes people will listen to, and people will begin to imagine: is there an Igbo man? Is it this?
All right,
Thank you so much. I don't have, thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you so
thank you
much.
very much. So that we can allow others who want to call in and say one or two things to do so. And of
Do
course,
you
if you're
see
calling
that?
in, please try as much as possible to be civil. And of course, try as much as possible to keep it simple as much as possible and quickly. Let's go to the next conversation. Why we
No, we should address this.
Okay, you want to address the situation. Okay, go ahead.
One, I'm an Igbo man. And if there's reincarnation, I still want to reincarnate as an Igbo man. Simon Ekpa is a criminal. He's not representing the Igbo interest. If we want...
He's talking about representing Igbo. Simon Ekpa is not representing Igbo now. You think it's about Ohanes and Igbo? If you are looking for who is representing you as Igbo, you go and meet Ohaneze. Simon is representing Biafra. You are sitting here talking about Igbo. You see where I said sometimes make I know if they do me like make I just run insult. I remember say this channel now small thing they just the whole up. Now listen to me. The man who don't explain everything. He won't be Igbo again, even if he reincarnate. No problem. I don't have a problem with that. But I still maintain that you are not a true Igbo man because you are born in Igbo land, because you eat Igbo food, because you have Igbo blood, because you bear Igbo name. You are a true Igbo person by your acting, by your lifestyle, by your speaking, by your way of life, by your movement. You get the message? So when you say that someone is not representing Igbo, someone is not representing, let me see any of them come out to tell you Simon is not representing Biafra. This is the person representing Biafra. Even the Igbo he is claiming Simon is not representing, they have no single thing that is representing them. Nobody is representing them. Who will represent them? Things like this. Is it these people that don't have value for themselves that will represent you as Igbo? Who is representing them? I'm asking you a question. Because when we talk, you see why I just need one big thing where I will use the store video and pictures. So if I talk, they bring up who will represent you? These ones? People that don't have respect for themselves. Uncultured, unprincipled people. They are the ones you are. Nobody is calling for Igbo representative or Igbo head or no. That one time don't go. If they look for go and form Ohaneze, form Igbo leadership or something. We are talking of freedom, a nation, Biafra. That is what Simon represents. Simon does not and is not and he will not represent the Igbos, but Biafra.
Separation, he has no capacity. This is not the way it should be. So whoever is supporting him, well, everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion. Whoever is supporting Simon Ekpa is against Igbo interest. Because Igbo people, no Igbo man will go and set the market on fire. But these are the criminal elements that Simon Ekpa has recruited. This is what they are doing. This is not the way.
You see, This man, I wish I can. It be like say I go just talk about him. Then maybe tomorrow we'll continue second part of this video. I think I will put this video part one, part one, because I see say the thing the enter. I go enter part two tomorrow. I go enter part two of this program tomorrow. I go enter because there are many things to talk about. There are other videos that have something to say about this something this man is saying. So I think they will tomorrow I will continue. Anywhere I stop today, tomorrow I will continue. So you see him, we have seen the series uncountable times. We've seen Nigerian military setting our markets in Biafra land on fire. This man cannot even prove anything he's saying here. He have not seen Simon Ekpa or any Biafran army setting market on fire. But we have seen Nigerian army even on camera setting market on fire. Even stealing people's food, stealing people's drink. They go to shop, they break, they steal. These are the people you call army. No rule of law, no rule of engagement, no nothing. Anything false, anything counts. But now he's telling you that it's Simon Ekpa that is burning market.
If we want Biafra, this is not the way it should come.
All right. Okay.
This is not the way Biafra should come. How would Biafra come if you want Biafra? If we want Biafra, I want just listen. Keep listening.
And still taking calls and more conversations. Of course, the social media is boiling up. A lot of unprintable comments. And of course, we want to advise that you try as much as possible to keep it. Go straight to this conversation where Peter Obi has criticized the government's response to recent security from the north.
For me, in fighting terrorism, is fighting its location, go from their rank. And these are people that they don't even have any option other than to sometimes kill behind these people. Because you imagine somebody who is not able to feed himself and then goes to a kidnapper, join a kidnapping gang, and makes some substantial money where he can send to the wife and children. Most of these people, when they catch them, you see them talking about, I have one wife, I have two wives, I have 4 children, I have 3 children. I send more. The last time I made some.
Hello. Hello.
Listen.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome to the issues. You're welcome to the issues on Voice of the People.
Thank you. Good morning from here. My name is James, calling from South Korea.
All right. Please, can you keep it simple and, of course, 1 minute?
Yeah.
All right.
Just 1 minute. Even 1 minute. 1 minute is too much.
All right.
And thank God at last, when we people are talking about, I bring the issue of Samuel Ekpa. Yes, it's not everyone who will support what Samuel Ekpa is doing, but he's doing his things and his own way, like I believe. And your guess, his last word is everyone is opinion, start of his own opinion. I'm thank God everything he's saying there in that studio is starting of his own opinion. Donc everybody have right for his own opinion because of not attacking any callers. It's not everyone is supporting someone, but we're supposed to have someone who will stand for someone, some people. This is what someone stand for. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for being a part of the show this evening. Of course, everyone is definitely not entitled to the opinion. Because of time, let me go back to Mr. Nasike. It looks like the uprising from the north is started again from Zamfara, and Sokoto is boiling at the moment. 150 people were kidnapped, 3,000 cattle were rustled. The people have entered into the forest and they are going to take laws into their hands. What is going on?
With empty hands.
Yeah, with empty hands, that's
So
desperation.
for me, it's a sign of failing government, because the number one responsibility of any government is the protection of life and property of the people. That's the number one responsibility of any government. And any government that is unable to do this is not worth to be called a government. So the Buhari administration failed on this, and Tinubu government is failing on this. They have not been able to protect the lives and properties of the people. Then number two is to take care of the welfare of the people. The Buhari government has also, the Tinubu government has also failed on this. I have seen in social media where terrorists were giving money to the citizens.
All right.
Understand me?
All right.
Where terrorists, bandits, we are giving money.
This is the man who, this is the same man that is fighting Simon Ekpa now. He's now telling you the same thing Simon Ekpa is fighting for. What is Simon fighting for? Against terrorism. And he is telling you now it is happening. When people come out on live television or non-live television, just come out on set to talk. Make una wash your mouth. If you want to stand against Simon Ekpa, make sure you stand and say, I love terrorism. I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying what is going on in Nigeria, because one thing people don't even understand is that this thing happening in the far north has come down to your doorstep. Is it not happening in Enugu? Which video I did, was it not 3 days ago or 2 days ago? I showed you series attacks that were carried out on Enugu communities. More than 12 communities has been attacked, and I don't know how many of them has been taken over yet. And the people are telling you, you tell us that Funani is coming. When are they coming? It's a lie. Funani is not coming. They are only in Benue State. Is Enugu Benue? This is gradual process that they encroach. Small, they are encroaching gradually. Didn't you see the woman in Benue? Didn't you see the older woman that is above 70 that her farm was invaded and destroyed? More than 3 acres of land, and she was given 50,000 naira in compensation. I wonder what 50,000 naira would do for her. When you see things happening and you feel, Obasam, I don't know more, I don't know why you can't do anything because you see the one that happened in Okwama? People are today homeless just because you are a Biafran. You see the one that happened in Odi, because you were Biafran. What about the 300 people, over 300 people that were disappeared in Nambia? Did you still hear any news about them? No, nobody is hearing anything. Nobody is talking about them again. Because when our Prime Minister came out and said it, people said it's a lie. Army said it's a lie. But Abia governor called the OT, Alex OT, went to the army headquarters to beg them to release them, which they said they will look into it. Till today, we have not seen them released. When we talk, make people they listen. We know they do blogging. We they do what is it? We they do news. Now we be the main news agency where you they see. Now we they bring news. Now we they show news. No be Nigeria where they hide the news. We know they hide and we they bring them out. We they bring out the news. That news we go bring them out, make it see them, make it show, make it clear. Now what will they do? We they bring out news. That is us. That's hidden things we will bring up open. Simon Ekpa react to move by Nigeria government to extradite him. He is so happy because this is the kind of thing he has been waiting for. Not trying to go to backyard and bribe Finland to kidnap him. Not going to kidnap him in Finland, it wasn't easy. You remember they have tried and tried and tried and tried and fell and fell and fell. Even made assassination attempt and they fell and fell and fell. Now, let me tell you the truth, if Nigeria had known that going to Finland will lead them going to court, EU court, they would have not gone to Finland. They would have kept shouting and making noise. Today, they are in court. I don't know the date yet, but the date it will come. The date it will show. Nigeria go that court where they run for. And my joy is that this is just the beginning of the whole matter. The matter is just about to begin. The matter is just about to begin. Prime Minister said to them, let's discuss in EU. Is this not the opportunity we have been waiting for? EU is going to try. When they try, they no fit handle and what they go do, you go UN. This is what people are not getting from EU, UN. You say that in the way UN no one talk, they must talk about it. UN wants to discuss this. Now, I just want to see when we go to EU, when Biafra government go to EU, when they go to EU, I just want to see, Nigeria tell EU that the problem they have with Simon Ekpa is that he is fighting against the insurgent in the land. That he is fighting that his people will not end up in IDP camps. Now I want to ask you a question. If they ask any Nigerian man or army, Musa, why are you having your army flooding Biafra land? What do you think Musa will tell you? He will tell you there is insecurity in the land. And what is that insecurity? What is the insecurity? You created insecurity that was not there. You make it look as if it was there. And then you started bluffing and making noise and making noise and making noise. They look for opportunity morning, day and night to come to Biafra land and carry out what they want to carry out in the name of fighting insecurity. Now, I still want to know, when they go to court, I ask this question. When they go to court, what do you think? What do you think Nigeria will be presenting as their case? Very simple thing why they ask you a Biafran, you be true Biafran, no problem. You fit answer me. Anybody fit answer me? Wetin you think? Say when they go to court, say na this thing now, Nigeria go answer. Wetin they go present? Or you just go to court, Simon Ekpa is responsible for killing people in Biafra land. Who and who are the people he killed? Why did he kill the people? What is the reason he is killing the people? What is the problem? Yeah, you see, he can go without asking what happened, what really happened. And this is what we have been waiting for, praying for. God don't answer your prayer, but now you don't know, say God don't answer your prayer. God have answered your prayer, but you don't even know that God have answered your prayer. So when they go to this court, they will tell EU that Simon Ekpa is responsible for the insecurity in the East. You think EU will say, okay, Simon Ekpa, you will ask Simon Ekpa to talk. Then Simon Ekpa will come and bring pictures of what you have done. Bring videos of what you have done. Bring where you said that you are inviting Fulanese from all over the world to come and take over the land. Simon Ekpa is going to tell the world, hey, I can't wait for this day. I can't wait. Let the court begin immediately. Let the session start. Because I know already that UN is going to take over. By the time EU will come, EU will tell you, I am sorry, we cannot hand over Simon to you because this is something UN have to look into. You must go to UN. You there run common Banji Court of African Union. They call you. You there run. Una go that UN where una they go. Let me see who you are, who will represent you there, and what that person will tell the world. Let us see it now. Are you going there to deny the fact that there is no IDP camps in Nigeria? Are you going there to deny the fact that you don't have Sharia police? Are you going there to deny that you don't have state within state? You have Sharia government, you have Boko Haram government. Are you going there to deny all this? Are you going there to deny that you don't have Sharia army? Are you going there to deny that you don't call these terrorists and say you have given them pardon? We have videos, we have proofs. Are you going there to tell the world that you do not place Boko Haram insurgent that you call repentant on salary or monthly allowance? Are you going there to tell us that you don't employ them into army, into custom? We have the videos. Are you going there to tell us that you don't employ criminals into your police? We have the videos. Not even pictures, we have the videos. So when I sit down like this and they wonder what Nigeria has gotten themselves into, when you hear Simon tell you, I am your end. When you hear him tell you he is ending Nigeria. Now, the same Simon Ekpa is telling you, Nigeria, that you must take the result of the election he has conducted. The Biafra freedom, you have to take it. If you don't want to take it, then you invite UN to come and conduct one. This Simon Ekpa too much. Shut it too much. This Simon Ekpa. He too much. If you don't want to accept it, that is your own problem. The result is already beyond 50 million. if not 60 now. When you go to court, already you see the man who come here, come to talk this, you see what he tell you? He said that the Biafrans are now listening to Simon because Simon have what they need. Freedom is what every man needs. Freedom is what every man needs. Freedom. Meanwhile, make we hear this about Simon Ekpa. Okay, let me finish. Now, Simon Ekpa, the same Simon Ekpa we are talking about, is now inviting the whole Nigerians, even their journalists. You are free to come to Finland and witness the grand event, the declaration. You are free to come and witness the declaration. Nigeria. Listen, Nigeria is seeking, looking, fighting to get
Invite an official
anything to stop this declaration. But what they don't know is that the declaration is already been set to go and it must go. You cannot stop the declaration. You cannot stop this declaration. This is what people don't even understand. You can't stop the declaration. So officially, the Biafran Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is now inviting every Nigerian journalist to come, even non-journalists. Come if you want to come. 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 Everyone, come one, come all. I think it's even in their newspaper. Because today, you see Nigeria every minute, every day, they are now talking freedom. They are now talking about Biafra. They are talking about Biafra. Biafra has become their mainstream news. Biafra has become their problem morning, afternoon, night. Listen, the God that brought out Simon Ekpa is the true God. When you hear that people, when you hear, where is this in now? When you hear that people are born for specific things, it's just a situation like this. Simon Ekpa was born for a specific thing, a specific death. Now, as they were saying they are going to court to stop Simon Ekpa, as that one is not enough, Simon Ekpa, they say the one where pen them pass, they say, Simon Ekpa went on to invite Nigerian officials to Biafra Convention in Finland. They even talk say that we want go extradite them. They come invite you. Come. Not only to come and bring that your extraditing power. Come and bring that your kidnapping power. I am in Finland. Now this one this one they cannot understand or explain this one. They don't know. They don't know.
though, well, let us see how netizens are reacting to the Simon Ekpa, inviting. Well, there's a circular. He also posted an invite, an official invite. Like, Simon has too much energy. Like, he has too much energy. He even posted an official, circular. He posted an official invite, inviting Nigerian government to come to Finland for the occasion by the IPOB in Finland. And that is Simon Ekpa. He said, okay, breaking Okay, official invitation to the Nigerian terrorist government from the government of Biafra. Yes, that was official invite, inviting them for the December event coming up in Finland. And then, okay, let's have more tweets as to how people reacting to hashtag Igbo and hashtag Simon Ekpa. This is from a Biafra extent, who says, these are the same people that instigated violence about the Bini and their king. I don't know why people are falling for this. These are the government sponsor for division among the people. This is just common sense. Don't fall for it. Now, well, this tweet is as regards the woman who was said to have, who said that she was going to poison the drinks and water of Yorubas in Canada. And then we have this one from Mr. David Leo Toyin Alabi, who says, rather than call out the terrible act, some are trying to say she is a non-Igbo disguised as Igbo. There are bad and good people in every tribe. We shouldn't feel ashamed to call out the evil people from amongst us. I hope she is punished and serves as a lesson to everyone. And then this one.
Ribadu, who is a current NSA head, all right, feels that Bichi sabotages his coordinating efforts to carry out the marching order given by the president. Do we think that this is a direct way by saying that Bichi is collaborating with terrorists? Is it that Bichi is protecting some terrorist persons? Because we've heard on several occasions where there is no way the Nigerian Security Agency do not know the sponsors of Boko Haram in Northeast, or these high-profile kidnappers that somehow magically are never caught. And even when they are caught, somehow they escape from the custody of those who apprehended them. Now, under Bichi's tenure, there were numerous allegations of nepotism, favoritism, and a general atmosphere of distrust and discontent within the ranks of the security agencies. Yusuf Bichi's leadership at the DSS has been marred by controversy since his appointment by former President Muhammadu Buhari in September 2018. Meanwhile, emerging details has been revealed concerning the reason behind President Bola Tinubu's sudden removal of Yusuf Bichi as the Director General of the Department of State Services. You do know that just on Monday, Tinubu approved the appointment of Mohammed.
Good afternoon, Esther. Thanks for having me.
Mr. Chukwuma Okoro is a political, national, and social affairs commentator. He's also an author on the title The Future of Politics. And that's going to be quite an interesting one, since that's going to be some of the conversation that we'll be having right here on the World News at 12. Mr. Chukwuma, thank you once again for being here. Let's start off with the federal government through General Buba, stating that the federal government has already commenced plans for the extradition of Simon Ekpa. Now, Major General Edward Buba, who is the Director of Defense Media Operations, revealed that the government would respond appropriately through diplomatic channels. Now, this is not the first time we've heard this from the federal government. I remember the first time where the federal government said they had written to the government of Finland. At that time, they invited Simon Ekpa for questioning at the headquarters there in Finland, where they asked questions because at the time they said that Simon Ekpa is the one responsible for the insecurity in the southeast. Now, when he was invited, he had responded to quite a number of questions right there in Finland, and he was later released. So what is stopping, or what other diplomatic channels are they going by? If the government of Finland does...
Now, like I told you, the only thing they want to tell EU is that Simon is responsible for the insecurity in Biafra land. And they are not thinking that this EU is going to ask them, how is Simon responsible? How is Simon causing this insecurity? Well, let us listen to this news. Let's go.
Not find him guilty of anything. If they have invited him for questioning, how is the method going to be? How possible would it be for him to be extradited to Nigeria to respond to the federal government's call?
Okay, Esther, it's good that we are getting to hear this from the government.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and it's a clear departure from the illegality that we witnessed in the past.
All right.
We have a government that is saying, okay, we are going to follow diplomatic channel, diplomatic protocol to ensure that we bring back this young man to come and answer to charges of terrorism, to charges of hate speech, incitement, and all of that. Like I said, it's good that we are getting to hear this from the government.
Okay.
But we also had a government that went out of their way to extraordinary rendition of a young man, you know, Nnamdi Kanu, who is now at the center of the drama of whatever insecurity that the government thinks is going on in the southeast. I say that in the light of the fact that you see the government is quick to point fingers at people that cause insecurity in certain regions, but the government at the same time absorbs itself of the blame that they should carry in fueling insecurity. I've said several times what the government needs to do is unpack holistically the whole issue of insecurity in different regions of the country. What is causing or what started the insecurity in the southeast is because a certain group of people, members of this union, felt strongly that they had been excluded, shut out from the resources, from the economic high command of this country, in security apparatus, in whatever, in state creation. Every other region has 6. It's only the southeast that has 5. Despite their contributions to the national wealth, despite their emphasis on the unity of this country, people from the southeast, if you ask me, have demonstrated more faith in the unity of this country than any other group of people.
Mr. Chukma Okoro, to buttress what you're trying to say, in the recent security appointments, especially on the president's security team for 2024, there's a list that was out. Now, Southwest dominates. You have more of the North Central and Northwest, including the Southwest. Now, the security team actually shows that in the 15 appointments, Southwest has 6 appointees, Northwest has 4, North Central 2, Northeast 2, and Southeast 1.
Just 1. And so how do you expect the people to keep quiet? I think that this president was even magnanimous to give the Southeast 1. In the previous administration, Southeast got nothing. Absolutely nothing.
For your Vincent's administration is magnanimous for giving us 1. Wow.
You know, in comparison with what happened in the past. And it was the thing, it was the actions.
This is what Nigeria will go and present that they are magnanimous in giving one good security appointment to people from Biafra land. No, jokes apart. Nigeria is going to EU to tell the world, to tell EU how they have been borrowing money and they sharing the money amongst themselves. Nigerian government will go to EU and tell the world how the oil community has been neglected, not even neglected, has been subjected to destruction. Even worse than destruction, damnation. People that produce this oil don't have electricity. People that God blessed their father, papa house to be a place you get your pump from. They don't have electricity. They don't have telephone. They don't have telephone. They don't. Most of them grow old and die without knowing what telephone look like. They live in that small circled water. That small island. Some of them live on water. Do you know that? Even in rivers, some people they live inside the water. Floating house, now they call them. House where they go use stick like this, build, put plank on top. Now inside that water they go to pool. Now there they piece. Now in they go draw eat. Now in they go draw bath. Is that what Nigeria is taking to UK, EU? Are they going to tell EU that they have sold the oil of Biafra land offshore? What did you do with the money? Are they going to EU to tell the world that they share allocations without anything coming to Biafra land? Are they going to EU to tell EU how they have shut down every refinery in Biafra land? Every airport in Biafra land has been shut down. All the seaports have been shut down. Is that what they would go to EU to talk? What would be the discussion? I just sit down. I can't imagine. Okay. I remember what they would tell the EU. They would tell EU that they have appointed Akpa Senate president. Hey, I remember another one. They have appointed the Wike FCT minister. Oh God. Listen, let me tell you something. When you see a tree that is fallen, a tree that is fallen, that is just small thing like this, like a tiny thread, the rope, the whole arm. You know, see if you just go, it will fall. Do you know that? There are people that are already dead. They are just waiting for somebody to just. I will beat you before you raise your hand. You don't fall. They go say you don't kill person. Now be the one where they call walking corpse. You know, say the person he got just there alive. They look for evidence. Nigeria should learn. Nigeria should go and they seek advice, and the advisor should tell them, let Biafra go peacefully, so that after they have gone, you will still maintain your relationship. There could be still. How can you tell me that in a land you stop the people, the businessmen and women of that particular area has been shut from having seaport, having airport? We have the best airports in that zoological republic you call Nigeria, yet no one is working. And the airport was not built with the Nigerian money. It was built with the people of the state's money. Yet you stop them from working. What are you going to say to EU? Continue. It's too magnificent. When they have appointed Chineke na Menen
of the past leadership of this country, that spiked the whole issue of insecurity. I keep saying, before 2015, Nnamdi Kanu wasn't asking for the Southeasterners to exit this union. His emphasis was on, please, how do we make this union work? Our diversity is a huge asset, is a strength for us. So how can we capitalize on our diversity, like you have in the United States, like you have in other parts of the country, and make this place work? But by 2015, a certain man came and said, you people gave me 5% of votes, and you don't expect to get, like, people that voted for me 75%. And whatever 97 and 5 meant, I'm yet to understand up until today. But he went ahead to...
But like I asked you earlier, if they've not been able to use diplomatic channel to extradite him, I remember I told you he was invited, all right, for questioning in Finland. If that has not taken place, what other method, what other means through which he could be extradited? Because currently he's still in Finland.
First of all, you have to understand the fact that Simon Ekpa is Finnish. He's a citizen of Finland. You know, so he has dual nationality. He's Nigerian, he's Finnish.
Okay.
And if the federal government cannot use diplomatic means like extradition to bring him back, there is no other legal means available.
Other than kidnap. Listen,
except for them to rendition him too. And it's up to the Finnish government to accept that.
Okay.
Unlike what we are seeing happen between Nigeria and UK in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And I keep asking, the federal government is quick to point out that they want to arrest people who are sponsoring insecurity or financing Simon Ekpa to cause insecurity in the southeast. The same federal government is unable to release the list of people that are sponsoring terrorism in the northeast, in the north central, in the northwest.
That's
The
another
UAE
thing.
said we have a list of people sponsoring, financing insecurity in Nigeria. And we had a government that said, give us the list. The government, the UAE gave them the list. They stood on that list, put it inside the cupboard. And up until this moment, we don't know. A certain 3 people.
For more than 5 years now. You see, Nigeria don't make themselves laughing stock. Nigeria don't turn themselves into things wey be say you go dey laugh when you see them, you dey laugh them. Will it not be better for Tinubu to seek advice and know? Listen, make Tinubu, if they no gree make a handover, make e let Biafra go, make e leave the power run, make e leave, because e go better say you allow Biafrans to go peacefully. This battle you no go win. The people are willing and determined to be free, and you cannot stop them. They are willing and determined. When you go to the court, are you going to tell EU that yes, you wanted Air Force roadblock in Biafra land because there were Simon Ekpa is planning to bring plane from the road? What will you tell them? You wanted the Navy roadblock on the land because Simon Ekpa was trying to bring some flying boats. And your Navy were testing their armories, their new armories in Biafra land, from on land, inside the water. We saw them outside the water. They were on the land shooting for more than 300 meters, about 100 meters away into the water. We saw them on the land. They were shooting directly into water, waiting they did shoot. And at a particular spot, they said they were testing. Okay, we agree you were testing. You all these are what they are going to tell EU, sorry. This is what we do. Are they going to tell EU? We went to Nnamdi Kano's house and we were able to level down 28 men that night at a spot. And EU will clap for you. EU will not ask you, why did you go there? What did you go to do? Who led the operation? Oh God, things are beginning to unfold the way the thing come dey sweet now. Oh, the way the thing come dey sweet me now. I don't know if it dey sweet you like this. This Biafra don dey sweet me. Don't dey sweet me. It don't dey sweet me. Are you going to tell them that this same Simon Ekpa and his people were those that were praying in Aba, and you went there and they leveled them down? The videos are there. You formed Operation Python Dance, Operation Crocodile Smile, Operation Baboon Walk, Operation Monkey Jump, Operation Golden Down, Operation Snake Die, Operation, no kind of operation you have not formed. I just imagine who could go represent them for that place that day. Let's continue anyway.
You know, were fingered as sponsors of terrorism through financing and all of that. Esther, what has come out of that?
We've not heard anything.
We've not heard anything. And you see people who are caught, people who are armed that have killed fellow Nigerians. The security agencies arrest them and take them to the police station. The next day they are out. I bet you are quick to say you want to arrest people that sponsor.
Are you going to tell them that the girls that were kidnapped by these terrorists, Boko Haram, who managed to escape and made it after weeks or months in the forest, they made it back to the city? Army will arrest them and they put them in guard room until their so-called terrorist husband come back. Army go carry them, give them back. Which one we go talk pass which one now? You catch. Are you going? Which one are you going to tell them? And they ask question. Make somebody help me now. Which you go tell them? Which you go tell EU? Eh? Una no go talk now. Make una talk. Wetin una want tell EU? Eh? Wetin you want tell EU? We go continue with that video. But look at this one.
A turning point, and I'm proud to share that the strategies we have employed have begun to provide redemption. We are not slowing down until we achieve our aim. Our military forces, through various operations such as Operation Hiding Kpai and Operation Safe Haven, have made true promise to the nation by targeting insurgent groups like Boko Haram and bandits who have held us to ransom for too long. Through enhanced border security and intelligence capabilities, we have disrupted and dismantled criminal networks. Each of you here is aware of the high-profile figureheads of these groups neutralized by our forces. And I am here to share with you that this is just the beginning.
Listen to this one.
Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time? Opportunities are out there for them.
You get the message? So maybe they will present when they are going, they should remember to pack all these evidences. I am just giving Nigeria, I'm not talking of Biafra. Biafra don't even need evidence. As our prime minister go appear in the court that day, evidence go fully everywhere. Will Nigeria present where this man, Shetima, is sitting down, or the audio that leaked, or which one? Which one? Make we continue.
Are carrying flags. People that are waving flags in parts of the country. So does that show a sense of sincerity? The security agencies arrest them and take them to the police station. Mm-hmm. The next day, the list. The government, the UAE gave them the list. They stood on that list, put it inside the cupboard. And up until this moment, we don't know. A certain 3 people, were fingered as sponsors of terrorism through financing and all of that. Esther, what has come out of that?
We've not heard anything.
We've not heard anything. And you see people who are caught, people who are armed that have killed fellow Nigerians. The security agencies arrest them and take them to the police station. The next day, they are out. I bet you are quick to say you want to arrest people that sponsor, people that are carrying flags, people that are waving flags in parts of the country. So does that show a sense of sincerity on the part of government to fight insecurity? Clearly, no.
But let me ask you something. I remember there was an Islamic clergy that threatened the president's wife. Would have expected that the security agencies would have tracked that man, all right, and put him in custody for making such a treasonable comment. We've not heard that. We've also heard the brazen nature of these bandits carry on TikTok, right, a social media platform. They do giveaway with the monies given to them by those who want their relatives to be released from their capture. But we've not heard anything afterwards from all of that. So this again is where the reshuffling within the security agency of this administration came on board. So what exactly is happening in that regard? If they divest the means that they want to use in going through with Simon Ekpa, why don't they use that same means in having to bring out the culprits responsible for sponsoring terrorism in this country?
Esther, you are spot on, and I think we are trying.
Did you hear the question Esther was asking? No, Esther, let me answer you before the man answer you. Nigeria don't go after terrorism. They go after innocent people. I want to ask you a question. Ever since you know or you've been hearing Nigeria will tell you, we have neutralized, oh, remember, not today, we don't tell, where would they hear? Nigeria will tell you, we have finished all Boko Haram and we are free now. All terrorists has been neutralized, no more terrorists. Is it one? Is it twice? Even sometimes they will come and tell you Dogogide is dead, they have killed him. They will come and tell you the other one is dead. Tomorrow, that one will make video. Anyone they tell you is dead, they will make video again. They will tell you that they are not, they have stopped kidnapping, they have defeated them. Tomorrow, they will come out and they count the money. So I don't even know. Hey, Shineke, I don't listen. Did you hear? Hi, oh God. May they air this court online. Oh. May they share so people go see how Nigeria go shit for body that day by themselves.
Invest the means that they want to use in going through with Simon Ekpa. Why don't they use that same means in having to bring out the culprits responsible for sponsoring terrorism in this country?
Esther, you are spot on, and I think we are traveling the same road. If you talk about the person that threatened the first lady,
yes,
it might not be treason.
It might not be treason.
It might not be treason.
Why would you make that statement?
I mean, if somebody threatens to kill you now,
threatens the first lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you don't consider it treasonable?
Esther, in our constitution, we don't have anything like the office of the first lady. It's a creation. It's convention.
Okay.
Our constitution doesn't create that.
So she's just like any other individual like that somebody threatens.
Like threatens. And before you take action about threat, there must be two conditions there. The mental and the physical, okay. Like an intent to. You have an intent to commit a crime. It's different from you having the intent and expressing that intent in action.
Okay. Yeah.
You know? So unless you are able to establish that, you cannot really have a stronghold legally on the person. Like I say, Esther, I'm going to blow your nose now. You know, it could be the mental condition is there.
Okay.
I've conceived of the idea, but until I try to punch you, which is the physical aspect, that nexus must be there before I become.
But the federal government is saying
involved.
Now they want to use the European Union. They want to go beyond having a dialogue with the Finnish government through their diplomatic channels. The diplomatic channels that they actually want to go through. They're saying they're going to go through the European Union. How long do you think this process will take? For them to actually release this out, make this publication here, don't you think that you have an intention to extradite somebody? Don't you think you've heightened the person's protective measures to possibly not make themselves available for such?
It's not about protective measures. The law is very clear on that, you know. And like the FBI says, you can only run, but you cannot hide. You can run as far as your leg can carry you, but you cannot hide. And going through the EU, it's like what they say in international law, that in international relations, that international law is it's a no-brainer.
Okay.
Because the laws are there, but is the issue of enforcement, because it deals with the sovereignty of each nation, and we still practice statism now, whereby the states, are clearly in charge of their sovereignty and their foreign affairs. And if you talk about the EU, the individual states of the EU still have a large control over their foreign affairs. They might have a foreign pool of, like foreign policy initiative to say that the EU is going to take this decision. They take votes, and
so when that happens, then there's a strong possibility that the request for extradition can take place, if at all they peruse or go through that angle that they want to go through. Since the first time they had to contact the Finnish government, that did not possibly work or wasn't accelerated as they wanted.
The laws of the EU are also very clear on that.
Okay.
If there is a conflict between the law of a country and the law of the EU as a bloc, the law of that country takes precedence.
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
All right.
Okay. So in this case, if the EU approaches Finland and say, okay, please, can you help us extradite
this individual?
Okay. And the Finnish government says, oh, sorry, we have gone through that in our legal system. It's not possible. He's a citizen. He just happens to also be a citizen of Nigeria, and we have.
That means that's diplomatic.
Aderenle Lakan. Aderenle, well done, Okay, now this same Bello Tuji is the same one they crowned. I've forgotten that one, self. Are we go? Is Nigeria going to take EU in the court that the most wanted terrorist in Nigeria was crowned with a chieftaincy title, and in the in the occasion, police was there, their governor representative were there, the local government chairman were there, army personnel were there. They come to witness this occasion, and the Nigeria television covered the same occasion. This is the most wanted criminal. Listen, when I look, I laugh because these people are full of mocking themselves, making mockery of themselves. Eh? Hey, I thought God said this one, they don't finish themselves. Listen, EU no go finish the case. The case is going to end. UN at the table. The case is now. They are now dragging this case like this. Peer to UN, peer, bam, on the table of UN, because Nigeria have nothing to tell. The only story they know how to tell is that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity in their southeast. Who made it southeast? Now them make them southeast. Who make them see geopolitical? That them created that. Who created the Imo State? And that them create. Who gave you the consent? With whose consent? Their own consent. They see it, their plan, they give the even all these people talking, all these Ohanes, they don't even know when the decision was reached to create anything. They don't know. They will only be tell them they are only fighting. You see Nwoko, no? Nwoko, Senator Nwoko. Ned Nwoko, yes, Nwoko now. You see him today fighting for Nioma State because he is fighting maybe where he will become a governor or he become a godfather to steal more money, to loot more money. Anybody you see fighting for one thing or post or position is to steal. It's not to build. Nigeria don't build, they only steal. How you dey? I greet you through TV. They will.
Channel, maybe
The only
dead on
diplomatic
arrival.
channel they can explore is, I mean, does Nigeria have extradition treaty with Finland? And it's not cast in stone, it's not cast in concrete that when you use that means that you must always have your way, because there are also asylum laws considered. This man is been granted asylum.
Yeah.
One, has he been granted asylum? One, is he a citizen of Finland? You know, or has he done enough? What he has done, is it sufficient enough for you to request a Finnish citizen to come to Nigeria and answer questions and possibly sentence him? So these are the things that they are going to consider. I'm not a lawyer. I don't have the final points of the law, but I also do have basic knowledge of the operations of international
In the case
laws
of
and all
Nnamdi
that.
Kanu, he's to appear in court next month. Very close. September is here, possibly towards the end of September. And the idea at that time is to see that the last time he appeared in court was about a political resolution. How possibly the federal government and the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu can have a conversation, some conditions or some requirements will be talked about and signed, and look for his possible release. With all that has been happening, the end-bad governance protests, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian Navy, all the security apparatus being heightened, do we see that possibility this September? Is there a plausibility that something of that note can actually take place?
Esther, if the federal government is interested in releasing Nnamdi Kanu,
They would.
Using the political means, I'm not sure they will allow the case to linger up until this moment.
Okay.
You know, so going to court has become more like a deja vu for us. It's like we just wake up and say, "Oh, okay, we are going to court again."
All right.
And next month, okay, we are going to court again. You know, so if they are interested in following the political means to resolve the crisis, they will do that
Do
sincerely.
you think the change within the Nigerian Security Agency, the sack of Bichi, the sack of the NIA, because those were the individuals that were responsible for his extraordinary rendition, do you think this change will culminate to in a positive light, to possibly seeking that avenue to work in September?
The change had nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. We are just getting to hear that from Ejimako,
yes.
Ejimako,
yes.
his lawyer, that these were the individuals that were behind his extraordinary rendition. And of course, for political watchers, they didn't need to travel far to know that this
in the northeast and the north central. Now, here is the situation.
Now, I want you to listen to this. This is the same man that was fighting Simon Ekpa. Now, he don't come back here. They talk. Listen to waiting the same man they talk. Just listen.
Boko Haram are a terrorist organization because of the mayhem they've been committing in the northeast and the north central.
It is only court of competent jurisdiction that has that death sentence on anybody, not the army, not the police.
Mr. Peter Anosike, for Boko Haram members, there was a scheme introduced by the federal government. Of course, Boko Haram are a terrorist organization because of the mayhem they've been committing in the northeast and the north central. Now, here is the situation. The de-radicalization, all right, reintegration and rehabilitation of these individuals was a scheme that was created. Now, this is how it happens. They promised them that if they're able to sheath their swords or lay down their arms, then the federal government will rehabilitate them, de-radicalize them, and they're eventually reintegrated. In fact, some of them sign up to join the Nigerian army in fighting other terrorist groups, so some of their members who have refused to lay down their arms. So why is that same extension not given to some supposed IPOB members if at all they were caught in
Esther, is a lie. They are not joining to fight other insurgents. No, they joined the army and they are being shifted to Biafran land. They tell you they repent. They joined the army, moved to Biafra land, give them gun. That is who you say Biafra land. Now, army you they see. That is why you hear our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa said that they are terrorists in uniform. They only claim they repent, carry gun, give them, send them to our land.
engaging in these criminalities. Remember that Boko Haram not only rustle cows, they kill indiscriminately. They murder. They've supposedly invaded, saturated most communities and cleared out these communities. So if that extension is given to these individuals, I'm not saying that crime is permitted in any way. Crime is crime. But we've not heard of such proceeds or process, being extended towards these individuals supposedly who have committed this crime in the southeast.
Well, I want to distinguish IPOB members from the criminal elements in the southeast.
Okay.
Some criminal elements hide under the garb of IPOB to commit crimes. But the real IPOB members are not criminals. They are not terrorists. It is only Nigerian government that has forcibly tagged the IPOB, a terrorist organization. But we know that the foundation of IPOB is not a terrorist organization. And again, it is a fact that the way Nigerian military reacts in the north is not the way they react in the southeast.
Okay.
They are more harsh in the southeast.
This is the same man that is telling you that Simon is a criminal for fighting against what is going on in Biafra land. He is now accepting here. You see, when people cannot stand on one place. That's I don't like people where they do like a piece of cotton wool where you just keep or rope thread piece of thread you keep it like this. They do like this. You know if you stand one place. The other say you say Simon Ekpa is your problem here now. Not that Simon Ekpa is not your problem again.
Something will happen in the north, which is far more dangerous than what will happen in the southeast. But in the south, they will kill a whole people.
So others like yourself, especially some prominent economic and political analysts, say that it's a deliberate means to depopulate. Do you think there'll be a reason why there'll be deliberate means to depopulate an entire region?
No, it's wickedness. It is wickedness. They are exhibiting their hatred on the Igbos. That's what they are doing.
But again, that's the idea here is not to generalize, but it's to be logical. What would make the Nigerian army, right, to have any form of specific hatred towards any tribe? What would have culminated to the point where they will have any form of hatred towards any tribe?
The truth is that the civil war has not really ended. The civil war...
I thank God this man knows that the civil war has not ended. If the civil war has not ended, why are you calling Simon Ekpa a criminal, a bandit, a terrorist? Why are you calling Simon Ekpa unknown gunmen? You know that the civil war has not ended. That is why in Biafra land, you have your people guard. You have a force checkpoint. You have Navy checkpoint on the land there. And you look, you see, people are just confused. Anyway, sometimes I dey sorry say I dey harsh on the man. You no go blame am. Nigeria na akoye only lele adawan soka but adawan soka de ko wa de nubu that nkoleka wan soka if you have watched your or say pope pope don't act female pope or say junior pope it ka akoye pani confusion it confuse him ni o we to say get the way they blow that local dialect where they see it ka akoye confusion ni shi it confuse it tiego confusion ni shi so this man Nigeria has implanted confusion in his head. Not only him, many people are confused. When they are supposed to be going straight, they are going the other way around. That is just the simple truth. Not only many people are frustrated. Listen, frustration is not poverty. Don't misquote me. Nigeria's situation is too frustrating that everybody is gotten frustrated. Whether you are wealthy, whether you are poor, it is getting everybody frustrated. When you have money, you cannot see a way to pass. Everywhere is blocked because of the traffic. When you have money, you cannot buy a petrol to put in your car. When you have money, you cannot go into your house and switch off your light unless you put a generator that will disturb you. Do you know that some people sometimes will choose to switch off the generator because the noise is disturbing? You don't know. Frustration
has not really ended. So some people are still behaving as if the civil war is on. Because I don't understand the reason why they'll be doing a pick and choose. Okay, somewhere in Ozo one in Nsukka, where two policemen who were wearing mufti was killed. They have to burn down a whole village. But in the north, 7, 8, 9 policemen are killed and nothing will happen. Understand me? So why should that be in a country? For me, some people are still exhibiting their frustration that's on the people of the Southeast. Frustration in the sense that they feel that they can eliminate the Igbo but the Igbo are getting stronger and stronger economically.
You see my problem with these people. They know the truth, yet they can, when they see somebody standing on that truth, they will be fighting that person. He know now, he is saying it, that they want to eliminate Igbo, but they could not. And this is why are you condemning Simon now? This is my problem with our people. This is why I will look at people and say, you are not a true Igbo. Because if you are a true Biafran, when you see your brother, you will stand by your brother. How many Yorubas do you have come to camera to condemn Sunday Igboho? And I ask you. Okay, Sunday Igboho is good. Terrorist from the north. How many northern senators have you seen go to the House of Senate, go to TV, go anywhere to shout they want to kill terrorists? They can do it because that is the terrorist is defending them. The terrorist is their strategy to destroy you, and you don't know it. Your brother that is not even a terrorist, the good man, the good guys, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa that are there to protect and save your generation, they have instigated you to fight them, and you are fighting them. Every day you go to Senate, how do we make sure Nnamdi Kanu do not come out? How do we go to Finland and they bring Simon Ekpa? This is what they go there to discuss on daily basis. The person when one make you bring your pikin, make una shop am like a food. In own children waiting do why they know that shop am. The people that are inciting you against your own people, that are Biafran people, have terrorists in their houses, and they are comfortably living with these terrorists, even inviting more Funanis to come and join them. And you are there. The people that are protecting your land from these Funanis are the people you are fighting against. God have mercy.
So what they hope to achieve fighting that the civil war, they couldn't achieve it. The 20 pounds that they give to Igbos has turned into billions. And this has turned into envy, into hatred. And that's what they are exhibiting in the Southeast.
Mr. Peter Anosike, let's try to logically look at this. I don't know if you're very, if you know how to properly, if you utilize a platform called X or Twitter. Most of the conversation on that platform have always been geared towards tribal sentiments or nepotistic terms or conversations or bigotry. Now, there was a recent one that trended online, and one of them was the fact that there was a woman who resides in Canada. She's from the Southeast, and that she said that I don't want to use the words because we're national radio. Now, Abike Dabiri
that she's going to poison. Isn't it?
Yes, precisely.
That's the word.
Now, Abike Dabiri, put her picture out, the number, her address, wherever it is that she stays back in Canada. And a couple of people had condemned the statement that she made publicly. But in the same vein, other tweets of persons from the Southwest who have actually asked for the flushing out, elimination, and all of that of Southeasterners, burning of their shops and all of that right here in Lagos. And they complain that nobody has called them out. Nobody has put out their faces, especially the one that Lagos PD did. Nobody put out their face there. Nobody says, okay, this is the address of the person. This is the face of the person. What do you think is causing this constant, I don't want to use rife. Let me not use the word hatred. Hatred is too strong. What is causing this
envy? It is envy.
Envy to what extent?
Some people
the Southwesterners have their own money. They're doing so well for themselves.
Compared to the Igbo, compared to Igbos is non-starter. Mind you, at the end of the Civil War, no matter how much an Igbo man have in the bank, they were given 20 pounds only. But with these 20 pounds, they turn it into billions. El-Rufai once said that Igbos shouldn't call for another state, that Abuja is the 6th state of the Igbos, that they are dominating that's in the economy in Abuja. In Lagos, here, the same thing is also happening. So this has resulted in hatred to the Igbos. The same thing that Germany did to the Jews between 1929 and 1933.
The question
That's
is,
exactly what is
the
happening.
civil war is long gone. These tribes have intermarried. You have a lot of Southeasterners who have gotten married to the Southwesterners and vice.
I'll say this earlier. If you go to the beginning of the video, you will see it. When Tinubu made his own, nobody talk. When Tinubu's wife made her own, nobody said anything. When Olumo threatened and carried it out, nobody said anything. When Oba of Lagos threatened, I think I have the picture of Oba of Lagos only here. Oba of Lagos threatened. Nobody said anything. When this Oba again threatened, nobody said anything. When this one talk, nobody said anything. Nobody called them. When Olumo said, if you do not vote for Tinubu or Sanwo-Olu, you go kpai. You go kpai, your businesses go kpai. Nobody said anything. And we see them kpai our people. We see our people's businesses being burnt and destroyed. Like this video for me, please. Like this video for me. I beg you, God, like this video for me. So the question is this: would I get do God one? Do no God? Biafra name IOU now. If you don't want to give the money for free, come and give the money as a loan that will be paid back to you. Give the money as a loan that will be paid back to you. You see, when we are talking about coming of Biafra, people are seeing it as something that is impossible, something that will never come. So remember, even as at the last 6 months, people never believed that there will be a time Mazi Simon Ekpa will have opportunity to open mouth before EU court. But today, here we are. Nobody knew that last 6 months by now, every Nigerian media will be discussing Biafra. We never win. You remember when we go sit down here and only we Biafra at the top. Now the world will look into Nigerian media television. They will hear Biafra. Go to their newspaper, you hear Biafra. Are you seeing it? We have won this battle already. Only thing you need now is to endure a little. Deny yourself a little more. You have done it before, you've been doing it, you can do it again. We need your financial support. As for the coming of Biafra, we have seen it, we have witnessed it, we have known it that Biafra is always here. Everything you see Nigeria doing now is just to make sure they stop the redeclaration. Because most of us that don't even know what this redeclaration means is when you redeclare, you have the power, you have the access to do more things. When Biafra is redeclared now, Biafra can go to Anambra government house if they have the capability and they chase out everybody and take over there. But now you don't have the power until you declare yourself officially. And that is what we are coming to do. Biafra, when redeclared, they have the power to say no governor, no politician is representing this area. And if you try to come there in the name of campaign or anything that happens to you is on your head. This is what Nigeria is trying to stop. So let us wake up. Let us wake up. We are winning. Like this video for me. I have to stop this video now. I've been here for 2 hours and I must tell you that we are winning this war. We are winning. Our Prime Minister said that he will be their end. And he is the end. He said he will be their end. and he's their end. It shock you? No, make it no shock you. We are winning this war. I will leave you here. Like this video for me, and I want to tell you that we are winning. We are in the battle of no retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. You remember what Master Simon Ekpa said? You remember this? You remember?
Like this, you will be infected. If you eat me as a meat, or cancer kileri, you know cancer maybe, or you cancer you finish again, come and eat me as a meat. If you eat me and go to sleep and wake up, you know, you can't eat me.
Ọkpụkpụ mbụ abụrụ ọkpụkpụ na-anọ mmadụ n'onu onye aha ka dị ndụ. No. Ọkpụkpụ nke mụ ọ nọrọ gị n'onu ogbuo gị pee. No matter what, you can't take it out. Agbago mụ Nigeria n'onu. Gbaa ndị iro Biafra n'onu. Gbaa ndị si na Biafra agaghị abịa in 2023 n'onu. Arọ ha n'onu na-akụ ha wọwọ. Woto. Ọkpụkpụ a, you can never swallow it and you can never bring it out. So I want you people to understand that propaganda is ongoing. They even say they are signing petition to arrest Simon Ekpa. I do not know, what kind of petition they are signing to arrest Simon Ekpa for other reasons. These people don't understand that we are actually in freedom fighting. Freedom fighting where we do not validate Nigeria state. We are fighting for our freedom. Nigeria state have committed war crime, genocide, crime against humanity in our land, leading us to take the decisive decision we are taking today. And every necessary measure will be taken to make sure that we save Biafrans from Nigeria. Come 2023.
So, I will leave us here. Remember, there's one video I want you to see. There is this video, Nnamdi Kanu says something that each time I see it, I remember it. And it is always true as if he's saying it now. Always as true as he said it now. Listen.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say it with every shred of belief, with every ounce of conviction. welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why the entirety
The United States of America is a steadfast supporter of the principles that people have a right to choose their own form of government. Nations have a right to choose their own alliances. There are inalienable rights governments must protect. The rule of law must be cherished. Sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states must be respected.
The UN Charter and its principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, human dignity, and the right to self-defense, these principles are universal and we must uphold them. International law must be protected always and everywhere, without any ambiguity, in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world. This is our global responsibility.
Self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today, the Biafra Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land, and we are proud of them. They will continue to go down. Our demand is very simple. Pull them out of Biafra land. Remove every checkpoint. If you do not dismantle all the checkpoints, they will continue to die. We will continue to excel. We will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will never ever remain the same until Biafra exits from Nigeria. A government that uses violence will be responded with the same and equal measure of violence in self-defense. So I told them, oh my God, here is not taken, I will turn to a beast and Biafra will come. Nigeria has no rule of law. Their rule of law is gun and bullet. And we have come to resist it. My fellow Biafrans, the world leaders made it very clear that self-preservation is a must. They use the word must. And it should be protected at all costs. At all costs.